Okay, court ready ya? Cecilia, court ready, Cecilia?
Ya, Kak Nozi, saya already sini.
Okay, thank you.
Morning, Arif.
Morning, yeah.
Yang Arif,
Morning.
let us
Yeah.
those who have business before His Lordship Justice Dr. Haji Alwi bin Haji Abdul Wahab draw near and give their attention. On this day, 23rd September 21, is hearing for advocates admission for the state of Sarawak. Today's hearing is conducted by way of Zoom as concerted by all parties. Altogether, there are 11 petitioners today. For SAG today is Mr. Sufyan Tamizi bin Muhammad Tazuddin, and for Advocate Associate of Sarawak, Mr. Anthony Sim Pek Kiong. Please make sure that you all stay in your seat until the ceremony is finished. May we now proceed, Yang Arif?
Yeah, you may.
Yang Arif, first case for advocate admission is case H1826/7/2021, Eunice Ling Ji Ying.
Yang Arif, I am Paul Tang. I am appearing for the petitioner. I learned friend Supin Tamizi bin Muhammad Tazuddin is appearing for the Sarawak Attorney General.
May it please, Sharif.
And my learned friend Mr. Antonio Sim Pek Kiong is appearing for the Advocate Association of Sarawak. Yang Arif, the petitioner is a Malaysian, a Sarawakian, and is still a Sarawakian. She was conferred with a degree of Bachelor of Laws from University of Manchester on the 27th of June 2017. And then your petitioner obtained her certificate of legal practice on the 25th of April 2019. Thereafter, she commenced and completed 9 months pupillage in the firm of Leo and Co. in Kuala Lumpur, in the chambers of Mr. Leo C. Kun, who is a senior counsel. On the 2nd of December 2020, last year, she was called and admitted as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. Not long after that, she came back to Sarawak and commenced her pupillage on the 4th of January 2021 in the firm of Tan Yai Tan Advocates in the chambers of Christine Bong Chu Ping, my partner. And that was on the 4th of January 2021. She was exempted for 6 months of pupillage because of the fact that she was already admitted to the Malayan bar. So she completed 6 months of of pupillage on the 5th of July 2021. In the meantime, she had also attended an etiquette course and completed it on the 10th of April 2021. She has yet to attend her advocate's training course, but she undertook in this petition to do so. She has been disbarred, struck off, suspended, or in any way been entitled to practice as an advocate in the Commonwealth, nor was any discipline proceedings ever lodged against her, or was she convicted of any crime involving dishonesty. Your petitioner is not a undischarged bank. Your petitioner is not a bankrupt, nor an undischarged bankrupt. Your petitioner, Yang Arif, is of good character, fit and proper to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate of the High Court of Sabah and Sarawak. I respectfully submit that she is qualified under Section 4.1 (CB) of the Advocates Ordinance and has satisfied all the necessary requirements under the said advocates, under the said ordinance and rules to be admitted as an advocate of High Court of Sarawak and of Sabah and Sarawak. Therefore, Yang Arif, if my learned friends has no objection, I humbly pray for an order that upon payment of the prescribed fees, the registrar shall admit and enroll the petitioner as an advocate of the High Court in Sabah and Sarawak.
Yeah. Yeah. Tuan Sufyan?
Yang Arif, I confirm that the SAG has no objection to this petition, Yang Arif.
Yeah. Mr. Antonio? I can't hear you, Mr. Antonio.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yarif, I confirm that the Advocate Association of Sarawak has no objection to the petition.
Thank you. On the materials before the court is satisfied that the petitioner is a fit and proper person for the purpose of admission under Section 4 of the Sarawak Advocates Ordinance, and upon the undertaking to attend the advocacy training course, and upon payment of the prescribed fees, the petitioner be admitted to the rolls of advocates of the High Court in Sabah and Sarawak,
Much obliged, Yang Arif.
Much obliged, Yang Arif.
Probing session.
Yang Arif, her parents are not here, so may I apply for permission for her master to drop her?
Yeah.
Much obliged. Much obliged, Yang Arif.
Yeah.
You proceed with undertaking for BGK.
I, Eunice Ling Jie Ying, NRIC number 940801135248, do solemnly promise to participate in Yayasan Bantuan Kebangsaan, Yayasan Bantuan Keuangan Kebangsaan YBGK program as and when required to do so, namely 20 YBGK cases in the first 12 months of practice.
Yang Arif, next application for advocate admission is KCH 18-27/F2021, Zoe Chan Gio Lin.
May it please, Yang Arif. My name is Chan Cheng San. I'm appearing for the petitioner in this matter. My learned friend Encik Supian Tamizi is appearing for the State Attorney General's chambers.
May it
And-
please us, Arif.
And my learned friend, Mr. Antonio Sim, is for the Advocates Association of Sarawak.
May it please us, Yang Arif.
Now, Arif, today is for the petition of Zoe Chan Giok Lin. Your petitioner is a citizen of Malaysia, born in Kuching, Sarawak, and domiciled in Sarawak, and she has not lost her Sarawakian status. Your petitioner has affirmed a declaration, a statutory declaration, confirming that she is known by two different name variations, and that Zoe Chan Giok Lin and Zoe Giok Ling Chan are one and the same person. Your petitioner has qualified for the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours from Monash University, Melbourne, Australia on 29th of July, 2020. Your petitioner has not yet physically received her degree due to the postponement of graduation ceremonies at Monash University in Melbourne as a result of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Hence, your petitioner is unable to leave Malaysia to attend the graduation ceremonies in Melbourne due to the closure of borders in Australia. Yang Arif, your petitioner has completed a course of practical legal training at the Leo Carson Institute in Melbourne, Australia on 17th of August 2020. And your petitioner has been admitted to the Supreme Court of Victoria, Australia, as an Australian lawyer, as an officer of that honourable court on the 13th of October 2020. Yeah, Arif, your petitioner has commenced her pupillage on the 2nd of November 2020 in the chambers of myself, I am her pupil master, in Messrs. Chan and Chan Advocates at number 316, lot 2740, Central Park Commercial Centre in Kuching. Mr. Chan Chung San is an advocate who has been in active private practice in Sarawak for a period of not less than 5 years prior to the commencement of the petitioner's pupillage in his chambers. On 21st of January 2021, your petitioner was granted a 3-month exemption from the total period of 12 months pupillage by this honourable court. On 10th of April 2021, your petitioner attended and completed the etiquette course conducted by the Advocates Association of Sarawak, pursuant to Rule 9(3) of the Advocates Pupillage and Admission Rules 2014 via Zoom. Your petitioner was unable to attend the required advocacy training course due to the COVID-19 pandemic, and therefore your petitioner undertakes to attend and complete the advocacy training course as required by the directive of the Right Honourable Chief Judge of Sabah and Sarawak. Your petitioner undertakes to attend and complete the advocacy training course and to file the certificate of attendance after attending the course. Your petitioner has admitted and served her pupillage for an aggregate period of 9 months, commencing from 2nd November 2020 until the 2nd of August 2021. Yeah, Arif, your petitioner is in compliance with Section 4.2 of the Advocates Ordinance in that she has not, at the date hereof, been disbarred, struck off, suspended, or in any other manner disentitled to practice as an advocate or legal practitioner by whatsoever name and style designated in any territory within the Commonwealth, and is not subject to any present or pending disciplinary proceedings in connection with her practice, and has not been convicted in and is not subject to any pending or present criminal proceedings involving dishonesty in any territory within the Commonwealth or elsewhere. The petitioner is not an undischarged bankrupt or the subject of any bankruptcy proceedings, and the petitioner has Sarawak connections. Your petitioner is of good character and a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate with the High Court in Sabah and Sarawak. Certificates of good character from 2 of our fellow advocates, Mr. Alvin Yong Selung and Kwek Se Feng have been attached, exhibited to the petition. Yang Arif, your petitioner is qualified under Section 4(1)(d) of the Advocates Ordinance in that she has been admitted to the Supreme Court of Victoria, Australia on 13th of October 2020, and she has satisfied all necessary requirements under Sections 4, 5, and 6 of the Advocates Ordinance and the Advocates Privilege and Admission Rules 2014 to be admitted as an advocate in the High Court in Sabah and Sarawak. Your petitioner therefore humbly prays for an order that upon payment of the prescribed fee, the registrar shall admit and enroll the petitioner as an advocate of the High Court in Sabah and Sarawak.
Ya. Ya, Tuan Sufian.
Okay, Yang Arif, I confirm that the SAG has no objection to this petition, Yang Arif.
Ya.
Yang Arif, I confirm that the Advocate Association of Sarawak has no objection to the petition.
Thank you. On the materials before the court is satisfied that the petitioner is a fit and proper person for the purpose of admission under Section 4 of the Sarawak Advocates Ordinance, and upon the undertaking to attend the advocacy training course, and upon payment of the prescribed fees, the petitioner be admitted to the roles of advocate of the High Court in Sabah and Sarawak in the state of Sarawak. Yeah.
Much obliged.
Much obliged, Yang Arif. Much obliged.
Opening session. Okay, you may proceed with undertaking for YBGK.
I, Zoe Chan Gyot Lim, NRIC number 950906135200, do solemnly promise to participate in Yayasan Bantuan Guaman Kebangsaan, YBGK, program as and when required to do so, namely 20 YBGK cases in the first 12 months of the year.
Okay, Ya Arif. Next application for advocate admission is KCH 1829/8/2021 Yap Kai Ling.
Please, Yang Arif, I'm Robert Lau, appearing for the petitioner. My learned friend, Encik Sopian Tamizi, appear for the State Attorney General Chambers.
May it please us, Yang Arif.
And my learned friend, Mr. Antonio Sim, appear for the Advocates Association of Sarawak.
And please, Yang Arif.
Yang Arif, the petitioner, was born in Cebu and therefore has Sarawak connection and is still a Malaysian citizen. The petitioner graduated with a degree of law from University of Malaya in 2019. After her graduation, she has been admitted to the High Court of Malaya on 24th July 2020. After her admission to the High Court of Malaya, she returned to Cebu, Sarawak to start her chambering. She was granted 6 months exemption from the 12 months requirement of chambering in Sarawak. The exemption was granted on 8th of April 2021. The petitioner started her pupillage under Miss Esther Wong of Stephen Robert and Wong on 15 February 2021. Miss Esther Wong has been in practice for more than 5 years, and she is qualified to be the pupil master. The petitioner completed her 6 months pupillage. The petitioner has also attended the etiquette course on April 2021 and has also attended the advocacy training course. Young Arif, I believe the papers are in order and that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted as an advocate under section 4(1) bracket CA of the Advocates Ordinance in the High Court of Sabah and Sarawak at Sarawak. I pray for order in terms to this petition.
Young Arif, Chamber has no objection to this petition, Young Arif.
Arif, the Advocate Association of Sarawak has no objection to the petition.
Thank you. On the materials before me, I am satisfied that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted to the roles of advocate of the High Court of Sabah and Sarawak in the state of Sarawak.
Much obliged.
Much obliged.
Robbing session.
Young Arif, may I have the honor to invite the mother of the petitioner to do the honor of the robbing.
Yeah, you may do so. Yeah?
Okay, we proceed with undertaking for YBGK.
I, Yak Hai Ling, NRIC number 961231136144, do solemnly promise to participate in Yayasan Bantuan Guaman Kebangsaan program as and when required to do so, namely 20 YBGK cases in the first 12 months of practice.
Yeah, Arif. Next application for advocate admission is KCH 18-30/Act 2021, Adam Huang Tung Kai.
May it please us, Arif. My name is Danny Huang Tung Ho, and I appear for the petitioner, and my learned friend, Mr. Supiang, appearing for the State Attorney General Chamber.
May it please us, Arif.
And my learned friend, Mr. Antonio Singh, for the Advocate Association of Sarawak.
May it please us, Arif.
Your petitioner is a citizen of Malaysia, domiciled in Sarawak, and has his Sarawak connection by being born in Sarawak on the 31st of January 1997. Your petitioner has been conferred with a Bachelor of Laws by University of Malaya on the 30th of September 2020 and conferred by the release letter from the Law Faculty of the University of Malaya on the 17th of August 2020. Your petitioner has commenced his pupillage on the 21st of August 2020 until 20th of August 2021 under his pupil master, Mr. Huang Long Ong, in the firm of Messrs. Huang & Co. Advocates. Huang Long Ong is an advocate who has been in active practice in Sarawak for a period not less than 5 years prior to the commencement of the petitioner pupillage. Young Arif, your petitioner has attended and completed the practice and etiquette course, advocacy training, and YBGK training, and will undertake to file the necessary certificate to the court, which he has yet to receive. The petitioner is qualified under Section 4(1), subsection CA of the Advocate Ordinance, and fulfill all the necessary requirements under the Section 9(1) of the Advocate Pupillage and Admission Rules 2014 to be admitted as an advocate of High Court in Sabah and Sarawak. If there is no objection from Mr. Supiang and Mr. Antonio Singh, the petitioner humbly pray for an order that upon payment of the prescribed fee, the registrar shall admit and enroll the petitioner as an advocate of High Court in Sabah and Sarawak. That is all, Young Arif.
Has he, hang on, sorry, Tuan Sufian.
Oh, okay.
Has he attended the advocacy training course?
Yes, Young Arif.
He has attended, yeah?
Yes.
All right, yep, Mr. Sufian.
Okay, thank you, Young Arif. I confirm that the SAG has no objection to this petition, Young Arif.
Young Arif, the Advocate Association of Sarawak has no objection to the petition.
Thank you. On the materials before me, I am satisfied that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted to the roles of advocate of Sabah, of High Court Sabah in Sarawak upon the payment of prescribed fees.
Much obliged.
With the court's permission, I wish to invite Madam Jolie Pao, who is the mother of the petitioner, to have the honor to put in the roll on the petition.
Yes.
Okay, you may proceed with your BGK undertaking.
I, Adam Kwan Tung Kai, NRIC number 970131-13-5835, do solemnly promise to participate in Yayasan Bantuan Guaman Kebangsaan YBGK program as and when required to do so, namely 20 YBGK cases in the first 12 months of my practice.
Thank you, Arif.
Ya Arif, next application for advocate admission is KCH 18-31/8/2021, Ki Pung.
Okay, please, Yang Arif, Ma Seong Yoon, appearing for the petitioner. My learned friend J. Supian Tamizi for the Sarawak Attorney General Chamber.
May it please us, Yang Arif.
And my learned friend Mr. Antonio Sim for the Advocate Association of Sarawak.
May it please us, Yang Arif.
The petitioner was born in Bintulu, Sarawak, and is a Malaysian citizen and has not lost her Sarawak status. The petitioner obtained her Bachelor of Laws with honors from the University of Hull, United Kingdom in year 2016. The petitioner obtained certificate in legal practice in year 2017. The petitioner commenced and completed her 9 months chambering in Kuala Lumpur and was admitted as an advocate to the High Court of Malaya in the year of 2019. Prior to your petitioner admission to the High Court of Malaya, your petitioner had attended ethics and professional standard course conducted by Bar Council, and your petitioner has also completed her 14 days legal aid program, also organized by Bar Council. She thereafter started practice in Kuala Lumpur until the year 2020. Thereafter, your petitioner returned to Sarawak and commenced her pupillage on 1st of February 2021 under my guidance. Relevant notice has been served. Notice of commencement of pupillage has been served to the relevant parties. Your petitioner was granted 6-month exemption to the total period of pupillage on the 8th of April 2021. Your petitioner has attended the practice and etiquette course and undertake and just attended the advocacy course as well.
Completed the course. Is it completing the course?
Completed the course, Yang Arif, and waiting to receive the certificate of attendance. I believe the petitioner has completed a 6-month chambering pupillage period, and I believe the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted as an advocate, and I humbly pray for order in term to the petition.
Yeah, Cik Sir, Ketuan Sofian.
Thank you, Yang Arif. Yang Arif, The SAG has no objection to this petition, Yang Arif.
Yang Arif, the Advocate Association of Sarawak has no objection to the petition.
Thank you. On the materials before me, I am satisfied that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted to the roles of advocate of the High Court of Sabah and Sarawak in Sarawak upon the payment of prescribed fees.
Much obliged, Yang Arif.
Much obliged.
Probing session. You can proceed with the YBGK undertaking.
May you please, Yang Arif? I, Pig Form, National Registrations Identity Card Number 941226136264, do solemnly promise to participate in Yayasan Bantuan Guaman Kebangsaan YBGK program as and when required to do so, namely 20 YBGK cases in the first 12 months of practice. Mashallah.
Yang Arif, next application for advocate admission is KCH-18-32/Act 2021, Joyce Chia Jiazian.
Please, Yang Arif. I'm Tan Ki Heng, appearing for the petitioner. Appearing for the State Attorney General is my learned Prime Minister Sufian Tamidi, and appearing for the Sarawak Advocate Association is my learned Prime Minister Antonio Sip. Yang Arif, it is my privilege to move the petition of Ms. Joy Chia Jiasing for admissions to the Law Advocate in Sarawak. I humbly seek the permission of Yang Arif to treat the amended petition, enclosure 11, and supplementary affidavit, enclosure 10, to have been read. And I only propose to go through the salient points stated in the amended petition and the supplementary affidavit filed herein. Yang Arif, your petitioner is a Malaysian citizen born in Kuching, Sarawak on the 9th day of September 1996. Paragraph 2 shows that your petitioner has obtained the degree of Bachelor of Law from the University of Hertfordshire in England on the 14th day of June 2018 with first class honor, Yang Arif. This is a very impressive academic achievement, and I'm honored to work together with a lawyer with such qualifications for the first time in my firm. Yang Arif, subsequently, your petitioner has been conferred with a graduate diploma in legal practice program from the Bond University in Australia on 7th of July 2020. Your petitioner has been duly admitted and enrolled to the legal profession as an Australian lawyer in the Supreme Court of Queensland, Australia on the 7th September 2020. And upon her return to Sarawak, Yang Arif, your petitioner has attended and served his pupillage from the 23rd of November 2020 to 22nd August 2021. That is for a total period of not less than 9 months under the pupil master, Mr. Alan Lau of David Allen Saga and Tan Advocates, and is currently attached to Escaling and Tan Advocates in Kuching. Yang Arif, an amended certificate of dividends dated the 17th of September 2021, issued by her pupil master, is attached in the supplementary affidavit and marked as exhibit JOC 7A. Yang Arif, on 21st January 2021, your petitioner was granted 3 months exemptions from the total pupillage period of 12 months. And the exemption order, Yang Arif, is exhibited at JOC 9. Your petitioner has also attended the Practice and Etiquette course organized by the Advocate Association of Sarawak, and the certificate of attendance is exhibited as JOC 10, Yang Arif. And she undertakes to attend and complete the advocacy training course within 1 year from the date of her admissions. And Yang Arif, in support of her petition, there are two testimonial good character. One is given by Mr. Malcolm Wong, and the other one is given by Mr. Janice J. Chan. Both are advocates of this on the road court. And Yang Arif, by way of brief introduction, Yang Arif, your petitioner is the only daughter of Mr. and Mr. Chia Su An. Your petitioner had her early education in SDK Chunghua No. 3 Kuching and completed her secondary education at Lodge Secondary School in Kuching. And thereafter, she studied in diploma in law at Segi College, Sarawak, before she completed her law degree in UK and subsequently in Australia. In this August ceremony, Yang Arif, your petitioner would like to express her greatest appreciation and unqualified love to her parents throughout the years. And unfortunately, her parents are unable to attend this August ceremony in person due to the current COVID-19 situation in Kuching. And I humbly submit, Yang Arif, that she is in all respect a fit and proper person to be admitted as an advocate under Section 4, Subsection 1, Paragraph D of the Advocate Ordinance. And I humbly urge Yang Arif to grant the petition under Section 6 of the Advocate Ordinance. And I'm pleased to inform Yang Arif that my learned friends from the State Attorney General and the Advocate Association of Sarawak have kindly indicated that they have no objections to this petition. Much obliged, Yang Arif.
Yang Arif, I confirm that the SAG has no objection to this petition.
Yang Arif, we confirm that the Advocate Association of Sarawak has no objection to the petition.
Thank you. On the materials before the court, this court is satisfied that the petitioner is a fit and proper person for the purpose of admission under Section 4 of the Sarawak Advocates Ordinance, and upon the undertaking to attend the advocacy training course, and upon payment of the prescribed fees, the petitioner be admitted to the rules of advocates of the High Court in Sabah and Sarawak in Sarawak.
Very much obliged, Yang Arif.
Robin session.
Yes, Yang Arif, may I have the permission to put the robe on?
Okay, you may proceed with undertaking YBJK.
I, Grace Chia Singh, NRIC number 9609135264, do solemnly promise to participate in Yayasan Bantuan Guaman Kebangsaan YBJK program as and when required to do so, namely 20 YBJK cases in the first 12 months of practice.
Arif, next application for advocate admission is KCH 18-33/8/2021, Timothy Mijin.
Yeah.
Timothy
He has to, yeah.
Do apologize, my lord. My lord, Bartholomew Lopez appearing for the petitioner. Petitioner is present. My learned friend, Mr. Supian Termizi, appearing for the State Attorney General.
May it please, Yang Arif.
and my learned friend, Mr. Antonio Sim, appearing for the Advocate Association of Sarawak, my lord.
Many places, Yang Arif.
My lord, today is fixed for hearing of enclosure 8, which is the amended petition. However, my lord, before we proceed, I would like to request for an oral amendment, my lord, in paragraph 11 of the amended petition.
Enclosure.
Enclosure 8, my lord.
Yeah.
If I may, my lord, we would like to replace paragraph 11 with an oral amendment to state that the petitioner is qualified under section 4 in bracket 1 in bracket CA of the Advocates Ordinance and undertakes to satisfy all necessary requirements under section 9 in bracket 1 close bracket of the Advocates Pupillage and Admission Rules 2014 to be admitted as an advocate of the High Court in Sabah in Sarawak, my lord. My lord, my learned friends from NCG and AS will not have any objection, my lord.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Yang Arif, we have no objection, Yang Arif, to this application.
Yang Arif, I could confirm that we have the Advocate Association of Sarawak has no objection.
Yeah. May I know why is the last minute of the amendment made to this petition?
My lord, I do apologize. It was unintended, my lord. There was some confusion as to the provision as the schedule was section 4, section 1, subsection CA refers to the degrees conferred as seen in the schedule. However, we have overlooked that, my lord, in the unamended, in the previous advocate ordinance, my lord.
All right.
I do apologize for that, my lord. Yes.
Yeah.
If I may proceed, my lord.
Yeah.
My lord, your petitioner is a citizen of Malaysia, born in Kuching, Sarawak on the 17th of June, 1993, and has since not lost his Sarawak status. Your petitioner is a qualified and has been conferred with the degree of Bachelor of Law Honours from the University Technology of Mara on 11th of July, 2018. Your petitioner has been admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor in the High Court of Malaya before Yang Arif Datuk Wong Kian Kiong on the 1st of November 2019, my lord. Your petitioner has since commenced from the 15th of February 2021 in my chambers of Messrs. Gala and Tomic, where I have been active in practice for more than 5 years, prior to the commencement of your petitioner's pupillage in my chambers, my lord. My lord, your petitioner has been granted exemption of 6 months from the total period of 12 months pupillage, and the court order is dated 8th of April 2021. My lord, I submit that by serving the aforesaid 6 months of pupillage with a qualified pupil master and being exempted of a 6 months from the total period of pupillage, your petitioner has satisfied the 12 months pupillage requirement, my lord. Next, my lord, your petitioner undertakes to attend the practice and etiquette course by the Advocate Association pursuant to Rule 9, in bracket 3 of Advocates Pupillage Admission Rules, as well as the advocacy training course within a year of this admission, subject to the availability of the same, my lord. Moving on, my lord. Your petitioner is of good character and a fit person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate. And the amended certificate of good character is as exhibited in exhibits TM10, TM11, and TM12, my lord, of the amended petition in enclosure 8. My lord, your petitioner has not to date been disbarred, struck off, suspended, or in any manner disentitled to practice as an advocate or legal practitioner within the Commonwealth. And my lord, your petitioner is not an undischarged bankrupt or subject to any bankruptcy proceeding. My lord, your petitioner is qualified and under section 4.1 in brackets CA of the Advocate Ordinance and undertakes to satisfy all necessary requirements under section 9 of the Advocate's Population Admission Rules to be admitted as an advocate of the High Court in Sarawak. My lord, at this juncture, your petitioner would like to record his appreciation to the blessings and care of his parents for raising him up and to be able to be in this momentous ceremony, my lord. In that premise, my lord, your petitioner humbly prays for an order that upon payment of prescribed fee, and to be registered as an advocate and solicitor, advocate of the High Court in Sarawak. And I trust that my learned friends have no objection to the same, my lord.
Yang Arif, since the petitioner made the proper application to rectify, with regard to his qualification, the chamber has no objection to the petition.
Yang Arif, the Advocate Association of Sarawak has no objection. In view that amendment already has been made to the petition. Much better.
Yeah, thank you. On the materials before the court is satisfied that the petitioner is a fit and proper person for the purpose of admission under section 4 of the Sarawak Advocates Ordinance and upon undertaking to attend the advocacy training course and the practice and etiquette course, and upon payment of the prescribed fees, the petitioner be admitted to the rules of advocates of the High Court in Sabah and Sarawak.
Much obliged, my lord. My lord, I seek leave for the parents of your petitioner to robe him, my lord.
You may proceed with YBGK undertaking.
I, Timothy Majin, and NRIC number 930617135353, do solemnly promise to participate in Yayasan Bantuan Kewangan Kebangsaan YBGK program as and when required to do so, namely 20 YBGK cases in the first 12 months of practice.
Yarif, next.
Much obliged, my lord. Much obliged.
Yarif, next application for advocate admission is KCH 1834/Act 2021, Pamela Bung Pei Ming.
May I please, Yarif? I am Jeffrey Su, appearing for the petitioner, and appearing for the State Attorney General is my learned friend, Encik Supriyan Tamizi. And, appearing for the Advocate Association of Sarawak is my learned friend, Mr. Antonio Singh.
May I present Yang Arif?
Yang Arif, your humble petitioner is a Malaysian citizen, domiciled in Sarawak, and has Sarawak connection by being born in Miri, Sarawak, on the 19th day of June 1994, and has not lost her status. Your petitioner has been conferred the Bachelor of Laws LLB Honours by Queensland University of Technology, QUT, Brisbane, Australia, on the 10th day of December 2018. Your petitioner had attended and completed an approved postgraduate diploma in legal practice course conducted by Queensland University of Technology, QUT, Brisbane, Australia. Your petitioner was then conferred a graduate diploma in legal practice at the Queensland University of Technology, QUT, Brisbane, Australia, on the 19th of September 2019. Yarif, your petitioner was admitted and enrolled to the Supreme Court of Queensland, Brisbane, Australia, to the legal profession as a lawyer on the 14th day of October 2019. Yarif, your petitioner has undergone and served a privilege from the 3rd of September 2020 until the 3rd of June 2021. That is for a total period of not less than 9 months privilege. Under my guidance and supervision, and Yarif, I have been in active practice in Sarawak for a period not less than 5 years preceding the commencement of your petitioner's privilege. Yarif, a notice of commencement of privilege and amended certificate of due diligence dated 12th of August 2021, issued by me certifying that your petitioner has completed the 9 months privilege as prescribed by the Advocate Ordinance is attached in the amended petition. Yarif, your petitioner was granted a partial exemption of 3 months from the requisite 12 months of privilege pursuant to order granted on the 21st of January 2021. Yarif, in support of the petition, there are 2 certificates of good character. One is given by Mr. Benjamin Sinzimi, a businessman, and another is given by Ms. Wong Su Sui, a pharmacist, certifying your petitioner is a person of good character. Yarif, your petitioner had attended the practice and ethics course held by the Advocate Association of Sarawak in Kuching on the 10th of April 2021. Yarif, your petitioner was unable to attend the required advocacy training course due to the COVID-19 pandemic and undertakes to attend and complete the advocacy training course and to file the certificate of attendance after attending the course. Yarif, your petitioner has not been struck off, suspended, or in any other manner is entitled to practice as an advocate or legal practitioner by whatsoever name and style designated in any territory within the Commonwealth or elsewhere, and she is not subject to any present or pending disciplinary proceedings in connection with her practice as an advocate or legal practitioner, and she has not been convicted and is not subject to any pending or present criminal proceedings involving dishonesty in any territory within the Commonwealth or elsewhere. Yarif, your petitioner is not an undischarged bankrupt or the subject of any bankruptcy proceedings within the Commonwealth or elsewhere. Yarif, I verily believe the petitioner is in all respects a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate under Section 4(1)(1)(d) of the Advocates Ordinance and has satisfied the requirements of Section 9(1) of the Advocates Privilege and Admission Rules 2014. And I humbly pray for an order in terms of the amended petition, and that upon payment of the prescribed fee, the petitioner be admitted and enrolled as an advocate of the High Court in Sabah and Sarawak in the state of Sarawak. And I believe my learned friend has no objection to this petition.
Arif, I confirm that there's a yes.
Arif, I confirm that the Advocate Association of Sarawak has no objection to the petition.
Yeah, thank you. On the materials before the court is satisfied that the petitioner is a fit and proper person for the purpose of admission under Section 4 of the Sarawak Advocates Ordinance, and upon the undertaking to attend the advocacy training course, and upon payment of the prescribed fees, the petitioner be admitted to the roles of advocate of the High Court in Sabah and Sarawak in Sarawak.
Very much obliged, Arif.
Much obliged.
Robin session. You may proceed with undertaking for BGK.
Can you please, Young Arif,
I, Pamela Bong Paymin, NRIC number 940619135866, do solemnly promise to participate in Yayasan Bantuan Guaman Kebangsaan YBGK program as and when required to do so, namely 20 YBGK cases in the first 12 months of practice.
Ya Arif, next application for advocate admission is KCH 1835/8/2021, Lau Bih Seng.
My Lord, may it please the court, I'm Roger Lau, appearing for the petitioner. Appearing for State Attorney General's chambers, my learned friend, Mr. Supian Tamizi.
It pleases, Arif.
Appearing for Advocates Association Sarawak, my learned friend, Mr. Antonio Sim.
It pleases, Arif.
My Lord, the petitioner is a Sarawakian by virtue of his birth in Serike on the 3rd of January, 1995, and has not lost his status. The petitioner was conferred his degree of Bachelor of Laws from University of Malaysia on 22nd of August 2019. He was then admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya on the 21st of August 2020. My Lord, the petitioner then commenced his pupillage in my chambers of Mrs. Piala Advocates, and I'm an advocate who has been practicing in Sarawak for a period of not less than 5 years. My Lord, the petitioner was granted an exemption of 6 months from the total of 12 months pupillage, and he has since completed his 6 months pupillage on 22nd of August 2021. My Lord, the petitioner has also attended and completed the etiquette course and advocacy training course. My Lord, the petitioner undertakes to file the certificate of completion of advocacy training upon receiving the same from the Advocates Association of Sarawak. My Lord, the petitioner is not disqualified by whatsoever reason. The petitioner is a good and fit, proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate of the High Court of Sabah and Sarawak in Sarawak. I believe the papers are in order, my Lord, and the petitioner has satisfied all necessary requirements to be admitted as an advocate of the High Court in Sarawak, Sabah and Sarawak.
Yeah. Yeah, Tuan Sufian.
Okay, thank you, Yang Rif. The chamber has no objection to this petition, Yang Rif.
Yang Rif, the Advocate Association of Sarawak has no objection to the petition.
Thank you.
In the circumstances, humbly pray for an order that upon payment of the prescribed fee, the registrar shall admit and enroll the petitioner as an advocate of the High Court in Sabah and Sarawak.
On the materials before me, I am satisfied that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted to the roles of advocate of the High Court of Sabah and Sarawak in Sarawak upon payment of prescribed fees.
Much obliged.
Much obliged, my Lord.
Much obliged.
Objection? Okay, you may proceed with IBGK undertaking.
I, Lau Bishan, with IC number 950103135039, do solemnly promise to participate in Yayasan Bantuan Guaman Kebangsaan YBGK program as and when required to do so, namely 20 YBGK cases in the first 12 months of my practice.
Next application for advocate admission is KCH 1836/8/2021 C. Jianwei.
May I please, Arif? My name is Stanley Tang, appearing for your petitioner, Sik Yang Wei. Appearing together is Leonard DPP from Sofian Tumazi for the SAG chamber. From the
Sorry,
SAG
it's not the DPP, yeah? Are you saying DPP just now?
Yes, Your Honor.
It's not
Yes, Your Honor.
DPP. It's not a DPP, yeah?
Not before, Your Honor, Mr.
Sarawak Attorney General Chambers. Huh?
Attorney Chamber.
Yeah.
Only legal officer.
Yeah. Yeah, you may continue.
Before I proceed, Your Honor, Arif, may I cause amendment to typo error in paragraph 4, Arif. First line, ethic course, COURSE, the word U is missing. And on the third line, complete the same course, L is missing for complete, Arif. Apologize for the typo error, Arif.
Yeah.
Petitioner explained that he was in a hurry. There was no proper proofreading was done. He has been reprimanded by me accordingly, Arif. My profit, Arif.
Yeah.
The petitioner is a citizen of Malaysia, domiciled in Sarawak. The petitioner is a Sarawakian born in Kuching, the state of Sarawak, on the 10th of August 1996 and has not lost his status. The petition has been conferred the degree of Bachelor of Laws from National University of Malaya, UKM, on the 23rd of September 2020. The petitioner has commenced his pupillage on the 1st of September 2020 in my chamber in Chan and Tang Advocates on number 42, first floor, Mendu Commercial Center, Jalan Mendu, Kuching. And I've been practicing as a private, I've been a practice in Sarawak for a period not less than 5 years prior to the commencement of the petitioner's pupillage. The petitioner has yet to attend and complete the etiquette course conducted by the Advocates Association of Sarawak. After the admission to the bar. For your info, Arif, he also has not attended the advocacy course, accepted in his supplementary affidavit in support. Your petitioner has attended a service pupillage for a aggregate period of 12 months, commencing on 1st of September 2020 to 31st of 08/2021. Your petitioner has not, at the date hereof, been debarred or struck off, suspended, or in any manner entitled to practice as an advocate or legal practitioner by whatsoever name and style designated in any territory within the Commonwealth, and is not subject to any present or pending disciplinary proceedings in connection with his practice, and has not been convicted in present criminal proceedings involving dishonesty in any territory within the Commonwealth or elsewhere. Your petitioner is not an undischarged bankrupt or subject of any bankruptcy proceeding. Arif, your petitioner is of good character and a fit proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate of High Court in Sabah and Sarawak. In High Court in Sabah and Sarawak, Sarawak.
Yeah.
Number 8, your petitioner also satisfies the requirements of Section 4, bracket 2, bracket B of the Advocate Ordinance, bracket Sarawak Cap 110, your petitioner is not an undischarged bankrupt or the subject of any bankruptcy proceeding within the Commonwealth elsewhere. 9. Your petitioner is qualified under Advocate Ordinance, bracket Sarawak Cap 110, and has satisfied all necessary requirements under the advocates in bracket pupillage and admission, close bracket rules 2014 and undertext to satisfy all necessary requirements under section 9 bracket 1 of the advocates bracket pupillage and admission bracket close bracket rules 2014 to be admitted as an advocate of the High Court in Sarawak and Sabah, in Sarawak. Your petitioner therefore humbly prays for an order that upon payment of prescribed fee, the registrar should admit and enroll the petitioner as advocate of the High Court in Sarawak and Sabah, Sabah and Sarawak. That's why, Arif.
Young Arif, the chamber has no objection to this petition, Arif.
Young Arif, the Advocate Association of Sarawak has no objection, but I seek clarification for Young Arif. Did I miss something that early on there was an application for oral amendment? But that was approved, right?
Was it already amended in the papers? Does it appear in the papers?
I remember hearing him requesting for amendment, but the order I did not get to. It was not recorded, I think.
So there is no objection to the amendment. I think this is a matter, no
Yes.
objection. Yeah?
No
So
objection.
in that case, I'm giving an oral order that the amendment is approved, is granted.
Right, Arif.
So on the materials before the court, this court is satisfied that the petitioner is a fit and proper person for the purpose of admission under Section 4 of the Sarawak Advocates Ordinance, and upon undertaking to attend the advocacy, training course and the practice and etiquette course, and upon payment of the prescribed fees, the petitioner be admitted to the rules of advocate of the High Court in Sabah and Sarawak in Sarawak.
Masya Allah.
Right, Arif.
Probing session.
Done, Arif.
Okay, you may proceed with your YBGK undertaking.
IC Janway, NRIC number 960810-135141, do solemnly promise to participate in Yayasan Bantuan Guaman Kebangsaan YBGK program as I am required to do so, namely 20 YBGK cases in the first 12 months of practice.
Okay, wait.
Arif, last application for advocate admission is KCH 18-37/9/2021, Ellen Chan Yu Jing.
May it please Young Arif, I'm Jong Niket appearing for the petitioner, and my learned friend Mr. Sopian Tamizi appearing for the Sarawak Attorney General Chamber,
May
and
it please
my learned friend Mr. Antonio Sim appearing for the Advocate Association of Sarawak. If I may, Young Arif, let me present you the humble petitions of Miss Ellen Chan Yu Jin. Miss Chan is a Malaysian citizen, domiciled in Sarawak, and she is born in Bitulu and has not lost her status. The petitioner has been conferred the degree of Bachelor Law from Multimedia University on 16th of July 2020. The petitioner has attended and served her pupillage for a period of 12 months, commencing from the 1st of September 2020 until the 1st September 2021 in the chambers of Mishina Chua Siqing of Messrs. Chan Chua and Su Advocates. Mishina Chua has been in active practice in Kuching, Sarawak for a period not more than more than 5 years prior to her commencement of her pupillage. On the 10th of April 2021, the petitioner attended and completed ethical course conducted by the Advocate Association of Sarawak, and she have attended to the advocacy training course after the filing of a petition, and she will undertake to file her certificate of attendance after she received her certificates. And she has satisfied the requirement under sections 4 sub 2A of the Advocates Ordinance, and which she has not been disbarred, struck off, or dissuspended in any other manner in practice as an advocate or legal practitioner in Malaysia and in other Commonwealth as well, or elsewhere. The petitioner also satisfied the requirement under sections 4 sub 2 bracket D of Advocates Ordinance that the petitioner is not an undischarged bankrupt or subject to any bankruptcy proceeding within the Commonwealth or elsewhere. The petitioner is a good character and a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate of High Court in Sabah and Sarawak. The petitioner is qualified under section 4 sub 1 CA of the Advocates Ordinance, and she has satisfied all necessary requirements under the pupillage admissions rule 2014. And in all aspects, she is fit and proper person to be admitted as an advocate of High Court of Sabah and Sarawak. And she will undertake to satisfy all necessary requirements under section 9 sub 1 of the Advocates Pupillage and Admission Rules 2014 to be admitted as an advocate of High Court in Sabah and Sarawak. And I believe that there is no objection from my learned friends.
Arif, I confirm that the SAG has no objection to this petition.
Yeah, Mr. Antonio.
The Advocate Association of Sarawak has no objection.
Thank you.
We humbly pray for an order upon payment of the prescribed fee to admit her as an advocate of Sabah and Sarawak, of the High Court of Sabah and Sarawak in Sarawak.
On the material before me, I am satisfied that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted to the roles of advocate of the High Court of Sabah and Sarawak in Sarawak on the payment of prescribed fees.
Arif, if I may request her pupil master for the roping. My apologies, Arif. If I may request her pupil master to proceed with her roping sessions.
Yeah, you may, please.
Much obliged, Arif.
We may proceed with YBGK undertaking.
Hi, Elaine Chan Yijing, NRIC number 961006136308, do solemnly promise to participate in Yayasan Bantuan Guaman Kebangsaan YBGK program as and when required to do so, namely 20 YBGK cases in the first 12 months of practice.
Much obliged, Arif, and thank you, my learned friends.
Arif, we have completed the admission hearing for today, and we shall now proceed to hear a speech by His Lordship Justice Dr. Haji Alwi bin Haji Abdul Wahab. May please, Arif.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Salam sejahtera. A very good morning. Tuan Supian Tamizi, representing the State Attorney General of Sarawak.
May please.
Mr. Antonio Sim Pek Kiong, the presidents of the Advocate Association of Sarawak, the petitioners, movers, petitioners, and all the family members of the petitioners who are witnessing today's hearing by online Zoom application. First and foremost, I have had the pleasure of hearing 11 petitions for admission to the Sarawak Bar today. Being called to the bar is a significant event in your life. It is the rite of passage to becoming a lawyer, and it is the most dignified and ceremonial profession in the world. You are now officially and effectively become the members of the legal fraternity in Sarawak. I must extend my warmest congratulations, and as I say that, I share the same pride that you see in the faces of your loved one, parents, family members, and masters. As a young and new lawyer, you have much to learn, to gain knowledge and experience on the practical aspect of the law and in the advocacy skills, especially in this area of advanced technology and a fast-paced environment. Nothing comes easy. There will be frustrations as you come to grip with the realities of your professional works. You may have to deal with difficult clients. You might lump up with voluminous bundles of documents and research materials. You may have to burn the midnight oil to get things done on time, and possibly sleepless nights on some occasions. There might also be other seemingly insurmountable obstacles. All these are part and parcel of the profession, but given time and experience, I'm sure you will learn to take them in your own stride. Great success can only be achieved through toil and sweat. I must also tell you that you have a heavy responsibility in representing your client in court. You are expected to perform your duties to the best of your abilities to make sure that your client's interest is protected. I would like to highlight a recent decision of the federal court in the case of Yahya Hussein Mohsin Abdul Rab versus Public Prosecutor, citation 2021, 1 LNS at page 1246, which affirms the decision of the Court of Appeal to hold that the lawyer representing the appellant in the High Court is flagrantly incompetent, resulting in the appellant's conviction for drug trafficking charge. The appellant's defense that he had been requested to carry a briefcase containing drugs by someone known to him and did not have knowledge of the contents of the said briefcase ought to have been put to the prosecution's case by his lawyer, but it was not. The omission to raise the defense at the earliest available opportunity had impacted on the fairness of the trial and had occasioned in a miscarriage of justice to the appellant. The Chief Justice, Federal Court of Malaysia, Yang Amat Arif Tengku Maimun Tuan Mat, in her written judgment said, in this regard, those of us in the legal profession must recognize that there is a large influx of members of the bar. Some are obviously more renowned than others for various reasons, such as advanced experience and general access to information and network. There will always be the case where an accused person is dissatisfied with the standard of advocacy of his counsel. However, where counsel fails to abide by certain standards or does something another lawyer would have done differently, the accused or litigant's recourse is to the disciplinary or complaints mechanism established by law, or perhaps write a bad review. He is not otherwise entitled to use subjective or perceived notion of incompetency as a reason to complain about his conviction. Be that as it may, in extreme cases, assess objectivity where counsel has acted far below the accepted standard, such that his flagrant incompetency jeopardizes the accused person's right to a fair trial, the overall purpose of Article 5(1) of the Federal Constitution, which is to deprive life of personal liberty only according to the law, would be rendered illusory. The conviction and death sentence imposed against the appellant in that case was eventually quashed. At the end of the day, the court shall have regard to its paramount function and duty to ensure that justice is done to the accused, notwithstanding the manner how the trial had been handled by his or her lawyer. It is therefore important that you maintain the high standard of the profession and uphold the principles of honesty, integrity, and professionalism. The trust and duty that you bear on your shoulders is a noble one that can even save a person's life. On another note, you must have fully aware of the changes that are happening in the way how courts are managing cases nowadays. We see more and more cases, more and more courts hearings and trials that are being conducted through online video conferencing. It is a challenge that we have to endure in order to stay relevant in the current situation. You should be adept at using technology to enable you to carry out your duties effectively. Without embracing the knowledge on the use of IT, you will probably find that your task even more difficult to be carried out. That being said, you may feel pressured and weighed down at times, but rest be assured that your journey and your path will be one of the most memorable experiences of your life. The need and the desire for truth and justice should be embodied in your mind and soul. On that note, let me conclude by congratulating all of you once again. It is a pleasure to welcome you on board, and I look forward to seeing you in court someday. Thank you. The court is now adjourned.
Much obliged.
Much obliged.
Much obliged.
Much obliged, my lord.
Much obliged, Arif.
Much obliged, Yang Arif.
Much obliged, Arif.
Much obliged, Arif.
Much obliged, my lord.
Much obliged, Yang Arif.
Much obliged, Yang Arif.
Okay.
They will have the.
You are.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, done. Right. Thank you so much. Right.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Please remain on your seated, please, for the petition.